Hello, my producer, and welcome now to Thursday. Well, sunny and cool is my prediction today for the producers of the zodiac, the Tauruses. The moon is in your sign, so emotional focus is on your ego. It's also your ego's buddy right now, so your emotions and your ego are working as a team. This is an excellent time to go out there and do work, or do thy bidding, so to speak. Don't be too surprised if you don't get called into soul service, which means you're going to have to produce something, you're going to have to raise something, you're going to have to help someone get something made. That's what Tauruses do. They make stuff. They make crops, they make children, they make companies, they make stuff. So today's an excellent day to make stuff, especially stuff that your ego wants, because they're working on the same team. That doesn't happen but once a month. Now, zooming around the sun, we're in chapter 3 now of Sun in Cancer, and Mercury is ruling the day. The topic for Tauruses this month has been cleaning out their mental processes, getting rid of attitude, getting rid of prejudice, making sure their thoughts are on the same team as their soul. And with Mercury ruling the day, in chapter 3, it's time to go out and gather information. You might want to talk to someone. This is probably the best day of the month to see your therapist, to talk to your best friend forever, to really get things off your chest and see by your own processes what your mind is doing to your thoughts. Remember, your brain works for you. You don't work for your brain. Then lastly, Saturn. Saturn is direct in chapter 2 of Virgo. It's been working with Tauruses for 18 months for them to get to the real core of what their inner child wants and to get on that path. Now remember, chapter 2 is still the experimental stage. You're not quite sure exactly how that path will take off, but Saturn is saying it's time to act on your best guess. Okay, it's time to act. So there are two things I want you to keep in mind when you act on your personal dreams. One is, listen to your inner child. You must be centered with what your inner child wants. The adult in you doesn't always want what the inner child in you wants, so you have to honor your inner child and you have to express it in adult ways. Then secondly, you must be decisive. I know you may not be sure exactly what you want, but you probably know one thing you want. You can probably decide on one. So honor thy inner child and be decisive and take some action toward that personal dream. Don't worry about making mistakes. Chapter 3 will be where we build the beta version of this. This is chapter 2, the experimental stage. Let's experiment while we can before Saturn gets crazy this fall. All right, that's all I have for today. I'll see you folks tomorrow with your weekend forecast. Live, love, be.